Okay, let's get started with the Forest of Adrimon core box. So this box is the same size as the Valley of the Dead King box, and we've got just a really nice looking product here, really nice and heavy. Let's open it up. Set the cap here, take out our poster. Alright, so once we're inside the box, we have a small tray that holds the markers, the races, and the relics, and then our miniature. And the miniature, actually, I had the Valley of the Dead King mini in here. Obviously, that won't be the case. That'll be the Forest of Adrimon mini. Okay, so let's take a look at the rest of the stuff. Now, one thing to note is that the punch boards are normally on the top of the box, but because we have a few less rolls in the Forest of Adrimon, we're putting the punch boards on the bottom of the box. That way it will transport a little bit easier, so you'll find those on the bottom. Alright, so let's take out the couple of baggies here. You can use those for your markers, your dice, or miniatures. And then we have our two rule books, the storybook and the Forest of Adrimon rule book. Let's put those there. Then we have our plastic miniature here for the Acropolis. That comes bagged in its own little baggie. Let's put that there. We have our dice. And then we have our 3 card decks. So this is going to be your power-up deck. This is going to be your circumstance deck. And that's going to be your destination and fragment deck. And those are just combined together. Let's see. Let's take out the placards next. So these are your roll cards, your battle mat, your boss cards, and then the game placards. So your enthralled cities, your grove, and your wayposts. So we'll put those aside. And then we have our plastic liner. It's nice and sturdy, not gonna fall apart or tear. And then last but not least, the bottom of our box here, we have the map placards. And those are nice and pretty, and they're very nice and durable, very heavy. Alright, so that is the Forest of Adrimon unboxing. Now I know I'm kind of going through this quickly, so I will skip ahead a little bit to the next box. Alright, let's take a look at the expansion. So this is the Return to Forest of Adrimon, the expansion pack. This one also has a book spine here, and this is how the back looks. Now when we open this guy up, first thing we see is the traits and the punch boards. So this is going to be that. You can just punch them right out. Set that off to the side. Okay, then we have a little baggie that you can use for your dice if needed. You're going to have your exclusive races, your legendary cards, and obviously those legendary cards have art on the back, and then you have the extra relics here as well. So that is going to be right there. You have your deck of the Magi here. So this is Adrimon's deck. You're going to play this when you play as Adrimon against the heroes. And each of our decks are pre-packaged with a nice tear tag here. So that's going to be easy to get into first time you play. Let's put that away. Alright, then you have your 3 dice here. This is going to be for playing the villain. Your gray, black, and red die. You have a a little tab here to take out your exclusive roles. Adrimon's placard for playing as the villain, and then you have the extra villains as well in this deck. All right. So underneath that, you have the rulebook for the Force of Adrimon expansion, and obviously you're going to be able to find what you need in there. And last but not least, at the bottom of the box, you have your extra cards for the core game, and these are going to be the exclusive cards that go into each deck. You're going to find fragments, power-ups, circumstances, and a few destinations in there as well. And there you have it. You do have a nice little spot for your traits once you have popped those guys out. And you also have a small spot here for your tokens, the location tokens on the side of the board. So there you have it. That is your expansion box. All right, let's look at the Valley of the Dead King 2nd edition. This is going to be the reprint of our first core game. The box has had a few changes to it. We've added the logo, and we've taken off some of the extra icons on the side. You still have your icons on the side here, and it does say 2nd edition on the bottom. Oops, that's upside down. So there you have it. All right, let's open up this guy. So we'll put the poster away. Now, like I alluded to in the Force of Adrimon core box, the map tiles in Valley are on top, and the reason we put them on the bottom was because we had a few less placards, and that meant that the map tiles were sitting diagonally in the box, and that could have caused warping over time. So that's why we put them on the bottom of the box. Okay, let's move our rulebook and storybook out here. Like the other core box, you have a few baggies to help you hold some things. You have your 2 miniatures for Valley. You have your little package here, the extra tray for your cards, and then you have your races here. Now, the Valley of the Dead King does not have relics, so you'll have more races in this box than you do in Force. Okay, then you have your card decks, and one change from the last one is we actually put artwork on the back of each of the decks, and the logos on the front, and that is just for the deck boxes. And just like the last one, all your deck boxes are nice and wrapped. I'm sorry, all of your card decks are nice and wrapped. So put those away. Okay, then we have our dice for the Valley of the Dead King. The only difference in the dice for this game is you do not have the Fate die, which is the teal D8. So your Force of Adrimon box should have that teal D8. And then you have all of the placards. Okay, so these are all of the all the roles, the bosses. You'll find the game placards as well. So if we look in here, you'll see we added a little bit of artwork to some of these placards that is a little different from the last printing. All right, so there you have it. That is the Valley of the Dead King core box. Let's put that away. Okay, and last but not least, we have the Valley of the Dead King expansion pack, just like our Force of Adrimon pack. Okay. We have those guys. We have our races. We have our villain deck box here. And we have the rulebook. Our dice. Last but not least is our cards. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you taking the time to sit down with us. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing videos, and we will catch up with you soon. So before we go, I wanted to just show you guys how much these boxes actually weigh. So I brought up my scale and I'm going to weigh these guys here just to see how much they weigh. So just 1 second. Okay. And what's the verdict? 18.6 pounds. 18 pounds of content. Awesome. Well, thanks for watching the video, you guys. I hope you have a great day. If there's any questions or if you wanted me to go over anything a little bit more in detail, I'd love to do that. Just let me know in the comments. Have a great one.